right, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Small Couch Reviews. It's your boy Sam.
It's your boy Joby.
Today we are talking, as the background shows, Fantastic Four
Yes.
came out this weekend. This past weekend, we were at Comic-Con, so we didn't get a review beforehand. But we both watched it over the weekend, and now we're here to give you our thoughts about the film. Jovi and I don't generally just purposely spoil stuff, but there's probably going to be some spoilers in here since it's already out. So if you don't want to know anything about the movie, come back after you watch it. All right, now, so this one, First Steps, it takes place on a different Earth, Earth 828, and it is dealing with the first family. We have Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, Sue Storm, and the Human Torch. And this movie takes place. It's been 4 years. They've already been the Fantastic Four.
Yes, that's a big point.
Yeah, so the movie starts and they've already been kind of established. They're heroes. The world loves them, and we see a little montage at the beginning explaining, when they went to space, got their cosmic powers, and how they've helped the world since. So it's another movie that skips the origin story and tells a good story. You Superman haters. Anyway, Jovi, with that, I'm gonna say up front, I actually really enjoyed it. The movie was very short, so it's gonna get points on that for me.
Oh,
yeah. But man, let's talk about it, bro. What didn't work for you in this one? We gotta go sour before we go sweet.
I mean, you gotta go sour before you go sweet, and mine is it's not much. And I'm like, one of the things was, and Sue Storm, I forget the actress name, she came out and said there was a real baby on set the entire time you see it on screen. And I'm like, that is very hard to believe unless they put CG over this baby's face often.
Why you say that?
It looked very weird in a lot of the scenes, and the way the baby moved was not natural. And so it's like sometimes that took me out of the scene. But then in my head, I'm like, oh, it's hard to get a good baby actor, so whatever. But then for you to tell me that it was a real baby the whole time, I can't believe that, and that bothers me.
Gotcha. I think okay. Yeah. I mean, so is it just specifically the baby? Because some of the visuals in this movie were noticeably bad.
It was very so.
Specifically in the end, for me.
Yes. So that's the segue into that. Like the visuals are like good, and then they would get wonky.
Yeah,
they would get very weirdly like skewed, and you're like, oh, that's weird. And then it kind of would go back, or if it didn't, that scene would be over. It's like it kind of feels like everything wasn't completely rendered.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. It looks like it wasn't like, because there are certain shots like Galactus, and I'm gonna sound like you, but his hand, I saw his hand on a building. I'm like, well, I can tell your hand's not touching a building, and water really isn't going over that hand. Like, what? Why does it look so weird? Which is crazy because everything in space, chef's kiss.
Yes. But I hate when they do that, man. And what's crazy is there's like literally there's a post out right now that Marvel sat and talked to the people that did what was the movie about the little baby Denzel Washington's son was in it. It was a sci-fi movie.
I know what you're talking about. Is it Creator?
Yeah. So they went and like they got the guy that did all the CG and all the visual effects and like sat down with him like, how did you get this to be so cheap? And you would think that they would, have taken a page out of their book.
Yeah, because
the space stuff looked amazing. Yeah, great. Inside of Galactus's lair. Oh man, good. Yeah, that jump was fire. Even the lava looked cool. So granted, I don't know what real lava looks like because I've never seen it, but yeah. Right. So that was a big thing for me, and it kind of it took me out of the experience because visually it just got really, really weird for me. And even without my glasses, like I was like, something about it's not right. Besides that, I would go into kind of like character portrayal. Like Mr. Fantastic was really, really, really sad the entire movie. Like, even when he tried to act tough,
Yeah,
it was
man.
just like,
I mean, he had a problem that he really
it was
needed
a
to solve.
huge problem, but it was like, wow. So this whole movie, you're gonna have the weight of the world on your shoulder, literally,
Yeah, literally.
literally, literally, the weight of the world on your shoulders. I wanted to see more. That's it. So that's a very big nitpick.
More sides of him.
Yes, there's
I mean, because
way
you
more.
know that's true because he did have a small interaction with Mole Man that was funny. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, oh, so now you're, because he is witty.
Hmm.
He is supposed to be smooth, you know. And so we kind of got that with the I'm gonna act a little tough against Mole Man,
Yeah.
but then it went back to just sad Pedro. It was just like
Yeah.
sad Pedro the whole time, and I kind of got lost in that where I was like, I don't see Mr. Fantastic, I just see sad Pedro Pascal.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, but his intellect, the way he was trying to solve problems was very Mr. Fantastic, and I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that. Yeah, man, that's I don't really have there are a few little plot holes here and there,
Yeah.
but
That's what I
that
was gonna say. I think
that's every Marvel film.
yeah, I have one. Actually, all of mine are pretty nitpicky, man. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, there are a few plot holes. Some of the beginning of it, it did seem like. Let me say it this way: the world seemed too perfect.
yeah,
They see it's what is it? My man Dr. David, who was with us as Superman, he just said it. It's
yeah,
picturesque. That's
yeah,
what it was. Like
yeah.
the world, I mean, I get that it's not our Earth, but it just seemed everybody seemed to love each other,
Mhm.
at least in the beginning, and everyone loved the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
Like so much so that it was almost like cult like, and it's like, why
yeah,
are all of you people like so happy all the time and so adoring of them?
yeah,
It seemed a little strange. That's one thing. I do think that I know who Shala Ball is, the Silver Surfer. I read the comics. I
yeah,
know who she is. I thought her inclusion would be more substantial than it was. Because I mean, she kind of has the same backstory as Norin Rad.
yeah,
So it kind of leads you to think, well, why didn't you just have Norin Rad? But that's super nitpicky. She was the actress, Julia Gardner.
killed,
Spectacular.
killed
So
it,
good.
killed it.
Um, and then, my biggest thing, Galactus. You and I have spoken. I was so worried about Galactus in this movie. He's like he might be number 4 or 5 in my favorite villains ever, right?
Yeah,
And I was so worried they were going to nerf him to
right.
make this movie work.
Yeah,
They didn't do it. I really like that they didn't do it for
it
the
was
most
cool.
part.
Yeah,
But the end it was a little strange. And again, this is why it's nitpicky
it
because
kind
what I'm
yeah,
about to say, I know it needed to happen for the movie
yeah. I
the
want to hear
same
what
way
you have to
in
say.
the Flash. Like the
Yeah,
Flash should never ever have a problem because he's faster than anything, but
yeah,
you can't have a movie about that. But Galactus has the power cosmic, bro. There is a moment when the Silver Surfer like talked back to him and he like raised his finger and her body just like tightened up
yeah,
like she couldn't
yeah,
move. So I think in the end, there was a lot of he was being physical. Like he
mhm.
wasn't using his actual like power cosmic. It was just
Powers.
using
Yeah,
his strength.
yeah,
And I mean, it was cool for the most part because it showed they were throwing everything at him and the dude was literally ignoring it.
yeah,
But that whole thing with Sue pushing him, which I don't actually mind that she can push him because she's very powerful and
yeah.
it did like cost her life. But her pushing him, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, bro, if you waved your hand,
You
all
could,
of them would go away.
yeah,
Like it'd be that easy. And I know he can't actually do that for the movie, but I did wish that like we saw some of his actual power. Because even like there's a moment where Reed is fighting him and he climbs up the top of him and like hits something on his suit and the
yeah,
suit explodes and it like makes him stumble for a little
right,
bit. And I'm just like, Galactus, how could you let this happen to you?
yeah. How did he
So,
even get
if
back
they had
there?
shown him, maybe fling the thing across the city with his power cosmic or shoot them down or something a little bit more, and then they came back and beat him, I would have been. It was kind of like watching Dragon Ball. and none of them are using energy blasts. It's just like this is half your power set. So that was a long-winded answer, I know, but it's just something I thought of.
I feel I agree. I kind of felt like all that led up to a push, and then all of it was just like, again, the physicality of it. It just felt like it just ended. Like the problem was solved, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I wanted the problem to get solved, not physical. I wanted them to use their powers more, and like, I know, but it's just like the thing. His power is physical. He's just physical.
Yeah, no, that's also true.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, I guess this movie didn't have a whole lot of action, if that makes sense. Which I didn't actually. I mean, I didn't mind it, but I get when if people want to see more, I get why. Because they don't use their powers to fight a lot, even though we see them use it in their everyday lives, which is one of my positives. But you just reminded me of something else. The ending, which I loved how they solved the Galactus problem with the Silver Surfer coming in. But I felt the end. I think it's Deus Ex Machina, where it just seems a little too easy. Like when Sue Storm did what she did, I was like, oh well, the solution to this is gonna be Franklin. Like I called it way before it happened.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, oh well, yeah, this is gonna be Franklin. So it made it. Obviously you can't get rid of characters in the first movie. Well, I mean, you can, but the way they did it, it just made it seem like, well, she's gone and she comes right back. Like, does anything actually matter? Are there ever any consequences? So again, that's not a big thing for me. It's just a minor thing that it caught my attention. But that's it. I'm done talking negative. I got some positives to say.
Yeah, even adding Franklin and for us comic people that understand what his purpose is within the Marvel universe and what he is going to become. It's just like they kept saying it doesn't matter what he becomes. Well, it kind of does.
Yeah,
because he's literally going to become what you defeated.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. Was that for the comic fans, or was that or was that for like people to have like this idea, like, who the heck is this kid? Like,
that's so, I mean, a lot of people, as we've learned, a lot of people don't know comic books. They don't know him. This is their stuff. So
yeah, okay. I'm excited. I'm actually excited for that. And you can go into your suites because I have nothing but great things to say after this.
Yeah. All right. So first off, the actual. So again, love the runtime. I love the characters. Sue Storm was the emotional heartbeat of this movie to me. But really, I think the star that blew me away, and I know you're going to disagree, was Pedro Pascal. I did not think he'd be this good as Reed Richards. The man was fantastic. He's literally what you think he is. Always thinking about every single problem that can happen. Always on the chalkboard. Give me a lever. I'll move the world. Mm-hmm. We have to solve this problem. He would think of stuff. He couldn't even help it. Like, he would blurt out something that he knew he shouldn't say, right? But he would just be like, I think of every single scenario. I have to always think about these things. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, does he top 5, one of the smartest people in the Marvel universe?
I think he's number 1.
He's smart. He's the smartest.
I'm pretty sure he's number 1.
I thought Dr. Doom was smarter than him.
I think Doom is like right after him, but I'm pretty sure.
I thought Dr. Doom was starting. Okay, all right.
Yeah. So I love him. Johnny Storm and The Thing, I think, they were obviously the comedic duo, but I actually really liked The Thing a lot. Johnny, I don't think he was good or bad. He was probably the one I'm most indifferent about. The Thing, I loved how he wasn't just like a sad person.
Yeah.
Like the world loving him and him, like lifting up stuff for kids, lifting up cars for kids. It seems he loved people, and I really liked that,
And it made him more human.
Yeah, exactly. He felt so approachable.
Yeah.
He loved to cook and all that stuff. Make sure they have Sunday dinner. I love that. I love the family dynamic of the movie.
Yeah.
I also really like the story that they presented us, because the thing that I didn't mention, when me and you watched the trailer, we both said the same thing when we saw Galactus, his feet on the thing on the trailer. We were like, "Yo, if he's on the planet, your planet is dead. Like, there's no reason for him to be there." So that's what made me scared they were going to nerf him. But I love what they did. They gave him a reason not to destroy Earth. He had to go.
Had to get Franklin. Yeah.
Even though, again, going back to a little nitpick, it didn't really make sense to me why he didn't just send the surfer to get the baby. I know that he did it first, and then Johnny talked her off, but you control her anyway. But so I love that they gave him a reason to go. So that was great to me. And they didn't nerf Galactus at all when he first showed up, bro. Like you said, in that ship, young, their faces said it all. They came there thinking, all right, we're going to beat Galactus before he beats us. And when they met him, the Bamas immediately fell back and were like, all right, let's see if we can negotiate here.
But that's
I love that he was just
I'm sorry.
A constant threat. Like they knew they were running out of time before everything ended.
Yeah.
I love that. And I also liked the conundrum that they put Stu in Mr. Fantastic. It's like either your baby or the world. Galactus wants his successor. He wants to end this hunger. And I love that they gave him that. They gave him that in his character. They, took that from later in his history. But he wants to end it. He remembers being a man. And he wants to just be like, I want to pass this curse to someone else. It's your baby. And it's like, what do you do? Billions of lives or your baby? Although, can we talk about Jovi? Why did Mr. Fantastic feel the need to have a press conference as soon as he came back? That really bothered me. It really bothered me that they even dared to ask him. He literally just landed.
Yeah.
He has a press conference, and then he tells him the truth. And he's like, "Oh yeah, Galactus said he'll destroy our planet if we don't give him our baby." Like, why would you say that?
I didn't like that scene either, or that option. And then I also was like, man, they're fresh to this. This is still 4 years is new to being in the public eye, and you have this black publicist that has to be, that tells you what to do and make sure that everything is done. And it's like, that she's gonna say, hey, got to tell the truth, got to do the right things. And it's like,
no,
eventually, no, and eventually he's not going to tell the truth. Eventually, things are going to be so bad in whatever universe they're in that you're going to have to make the people feel, okay.
Yeah.
And it's like, who is the leader of this world? Why are we going straight to the freaking Fantastic Four?
That's what I'm saying. The world seemed weird. That was my nitpick there. It just seemed so odd that this world was so in love with them. And all the countries in the world just listened to Mr. Fantastic.
Except for Dr. Doom's country.
Oh, well, maybe not. Did they say that?
They showed the flag. Well, they showed the country's placard with nobody sitting at the table.
Oh, see, I totally missed that. Yeah, I was kind of distracted. I'm gonna have to watch this again. But all the countries in the world, there's no conflict here. I don't know. Again, picturesque is the word. But anyway,
music.
And man, I love that. This is an isolated story. You need no homework. Someone could walk off the street, go into this movie, and be like, "Yo, I really like that movie about that family."
And I want to learn more about Fantastic Four. And if you start from the beginning, which would be crazy, you would literally get that feel. You would literally, if you opened up an original Fantastic Four, you would get the feel of this film.
Yeah. And last thing I want to touch on, I'm going to hand it to you, visuals. We talked about bad visuals, but when they were good, bro, there's one scene where Galactus is stretching Mr. Fantastic. Yeah. I legit was cringing, yo. I was like, son, he's about to rip him into pieces. It looked so real.
2 football fields is as long as Mr. Fantastic can stretch.
So
he was about to burst.
Yeah, he was. Because Galactus was smiling.
He was like this, and it was just like, and you're thinking of if you're trying to do the math, it's like, how big is Galactus's face? I was like, probably 2 football fields.
Probably, bro. And he's smiling. You can see he's you hear it. He's ripping. That was oh man. Yeah. But the space scene that everyone is probably going to talk about in every review you see, when the Silver Surfer is chasing them, that was mind-blowingly good. That may be where all the money they spent on their
the whole CG budget went into that.
Yes,
the Thing,
because when she was chasing them, I was like, "Yo, this is incredible."
Yeah,
I was mad I wasn't watching it. I'm gonna have to watch it in IMAX, yo. Like it was so good.
In IMAX?
Nah.
Oh, Galactus looks totally different in IMAX. You can see the top of his head in almost every single scene. Like it's not a cutoff. It's not like this. It's like you see all of
his whole helmet.
Yeah. That I was like, because originally we were going to do Dolby because it was closer to where we were when we were in San Diego, and I was like, I gotta do IMAX. Something's telling me to do IMAX, and then I saw pictures. I was like, oh yeah. But no, dude, I don't want to. I don't even have to make this any much longer. I love the music. I love the story. I had a really good time. I really had a good time with this new family. It's very odd that we are getting this new family and then we're gonna go right into Doomsday. It's like it's gonna be
their enemy.
Yeah. And so it's going to be like heartbreaking because something bad is definitely going to happen. You know how the Russos like to do. So the music was dope, and it was just
same dude who did the Batman.
Literally one of our cats, but a good time at the movies. Like
man. Yeah. So with that, I would say again, we had nitpicks. It's not a perfect movie, but I would say people should go see it. I give this a 4 out of 5.
Hey man, even with my little nitpicks, I give it a 5 out of 5. I had a really good time with it.
Really? Oh wow. Okay, that's what's up, yo. Joey says 5 out of 5, and we both think you should go watch it, yo. So that's it. Yeah. So your small couch review score. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with us. What did you think about it? Let us know down in the comments. We appreciate y'all. Till next time, we out.
Deuces.